Hi everyone. Today we're going to do 10 different ways to do plank, 10 repetitions of each. It's going to progressively get more difficult. So if at some point you get to the point where you think, well, that one's too hard, you're going to go back and hopefully just repeat another set of the one that was best for you. A couple precision points with regard to form is we always want to have our wrist in front of our shoulder, not our hands. We want to minimize the amount of crinkle to the wrist. When we come down to the floor, if it's helpful, you can use a set of weights. And if you hold it like this, it keeps the wrist in alignment. Or you can just flip your rings around and come to your fists. Plank is very important because if we ever fall, we want to make sure that we have the muscle memory to fall correctly and the muscle to hold us there and to protect our bone structure. It can really make the difference between whether we make it or break it. So we're going to begin standing up. The higher our hands are in plank, a little bit easier, so we'll progress from there. Begin with your shoulders right behind your wrists. Step out until you can lower your body into one long plank. Looking about a couple inches above your fingertips, let's just do our first set of 10. So one, I'm keeping myself in one long line, one long plank of steel. 6, 7, 8. My fingers are right up to the ceiling on this one. Now I'm going to drop my elbows. My fingers come a little bit out on this. The little tricep push-up. So just dropping the elbows towards the floor. You don't have to have the elbows touch the wall on this. We'll get to that in a minute. 5 more. 4, just rocking forward onto your toes, keeping the feet as flexed as you can. 2 more, keeping the belly in and up. Good, now draw your elbow up until it's about at the same level as the shoulder. Drop your hips again to that plank position. Settle into the heels, give yourself a little calf stretch. It's a 2 for 1 on that one. And then just push yourself away from the wall, drop your elbows to kiss it. 2, 3, shoulders relax away from the earlobes. Keep the belly engaged, keep the core invited to the party. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now drop the hands back where they were when we began, in front of the shoulders. You're going to sink into the wall and push yourself away. Long arm pushes back. I have a wall behind me, so I'm going to make sure I don't bonk into that. Always important to find a nice movable spot in your house in which you can get these exercises without hurting your plaster, right? 3 more. 2, 1. Very good. We already have 4 finished from our 6. So our hands were higher. Our hands are now going to go a little lower, and this is as we progress for it to be a little more difficult. I'm going to use my Pilates chair. It's lower. You can use the side of a desk, which as you can see is a little higher, the side of a kitchen countertop. Just make sure that it's sturdy because as you put pressure, you don't want that object to move. I'm going to place my hands to the side here because that's what's best for my wrist alignment. Step out far enough so that you can lower your body into plank. And I'm going to step a little forward so my shoulders are a little bit behind my wrists. I'm going to draw my feet together in Pilates stance. You can remain in parallel if you want. Pelvic tilt, use the belly and drop for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good, I'm going to give myself a nice yummy stretch now by drawing my body long, letting my heels touch the floor, kind of sticking my bum out to get a hamstring stretch. Good, forward fold again. I'm going to take my hands closer together in a triangle position. My fingertips are touching and my thumbs are touching. Pull the shoulders away from the earlobes, lengthen the neck long, and just elbows wide for 10, 9, 8, 7. Again with the stretch. Am I lazy or am I smart? I don't know. Maybe lazy. All right, now coming to the floor, I want you in 4-point tabletop, which means that your knees remain directly under your hips and your wrists will begin directly under your shoulders. So you don't want your knees in so you collapse through the back. The back should be long. And then I want you to walk your hands out about 10 to 12 inches away from the current position so that you have enough room to forward fold into knee plank. If you still feel your kneecap, that means your butt is sticking out. I don't want your butt sticking out. So I want you to forward fold right in front of that kneecap. Lengthen your neck, shoulders pull down, and we're gonna do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you believe that was our 7th? We only have 3 more. Now, keeping your body quiet, drop the toes, pick up the knees. Drop the knees, pick up the toes. 9 more. So sometimes learning to do push-ups and plank just means varying the complexity or the challenge of a beautiful plank. 5 more. Holding it there. The 9th one is just plain plank. Nice and strong, pelvic tilt, pull your belly up, flex your feet so your heels come as far away from the tip of your head as you can. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grand finale, 10 push-ups. I'm only gonna go halfway down, you can go all the way down if you want. So 1, 2, 9 and 10. Dropping the knees. Nice big stretch. I have to admit again, that's my 2nd set going through that. Because the first time I forgot one of them and only did 9. So you guys just did 100 push-ups. Not to boast, but I did 200 push-ups. Probably gonna be dying later on today. Thanks for sticking with me for all these little kooky challenges I'm offering to you guys while we seclude ourselves in COVID-19 quarantine. I'm hoping that you're all doing a really good job of staying in. They're now telling us that people who have 0 symptoms are carriers. So please assume you are a carrier. Please assume you're standing next to a carrier. And stay away from everyone. I miss you all. I hope to see you soon.